Petito. The FBI is joining the effort as Gabby's parents beg for information from her boyfriend, and we hear from his sister for the first time. Trevor Alt has the story. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. Police have said that deafening silence from Gabby's boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, is hindering their investigation and search efforts. Well, this morning, we are finally hearing from someone in his family, his sister, speaking to ABC News. But even she seems confused and worried about how this is playing out. This morning, Brian Laundrie is still not talking in the disappearance of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito, but a member of his family is finally speaking out.
Me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her, and all I want is for her to come home safe and sound, and this to be just a big misunderstanding.
Laundrie's sister, Cassie, says even she hasn't spoken to her brother since he returned to his home in Florida from his and Gabby's cross-country trip without Gabby.
I haven't been able to talk to him. I wish I could talk to him. I've cooperated every way that I can. I wish I had information where I would give more. This is all I have is I gave to the police.
These body camera images show the couple just days before Gabby went missing. Officers responding to a 911 call over an argument between the two near Arches National Park in Utah.
What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
According to the police report, at one point, Petito went to slap her boyfriend. He pushed her away, catching Petito off balance. She then scratched him in the face.
Sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I can get really frustrated.
It looked typical of both of them. Whenever they fight, they would take a little break and come back and be fine. Because that's what we do in a couple.
Cassie says her brother is someone who has always done the right thing.
He's a wonderful uncle. He's always been there when I need him. He's been there every time Gabby's needed him.
But authorities say Brian is now being investigated as a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance.
2 people went on a trip, 1 person returned, and that person that returned isn't providing us any information.
Gabby Petito was last seen August 24th, checking out of a hotel with Laundrie in Salt Lake City, Utah. Her mother says the next day was the last time she spoke with Gabby, who told her they were in Grand Teton, Wyoming, on their way to Yellowstone. Then on September 1st, Laundrie returned to their home back in Florida in their van alone. Petito's family attorney recently reading this letter aloud at a press conference, pleading with Laundrie's family for answers.
We ask you to put yourselves in our shoes. Please, if you or your family have any decency left, please tell us where Gabby is located.
And authorities are, of course, chasing every lead. We're told they're now investigating whether there is any possible connection to a double homicide a month ago in Utah, where a couple was found dead at a campsite not far from where Gabby was last seen. The FBI is now involved in both cases, guys.
Okay, Trevor, thanks so much. There are so many questions about this case, so Dan Abrams is here to help us break all this down. Dan, what do you think of the strategies so far that we're hearing from Brian Laundrie and the attorney there?
Yeah, well, look, obviously it depends on what the facts are, right? A lawyer takes the facts as the lawyer's presented with them. But I have to say that I find some of the language that the Laundrie family lawyer has been using is odd. I mean, you look at the first statement they made. It is our understanding that a search has been organized for Ms. Petito on behalf of the Laundrie family. It is our hope the search for Ms. Petito is successful and that she's reunited with her family. I mean, that's not a very empathetic statement, right? If this is her boyfriend, the statement would say, we are scared, we are nervous. We don't know what's happening. We are hoping that we can get some bit of information to help. But this very stilted response about, yes, there's a search and we're certainly hopeful that it's successful is an odd tone, I think, for the lawyer to take on behalf of his client when the world and the other family is saying, please help us.
Such a head scratcher in this is why he is not cooperating with the police. He certainly has that right, of course. Yeah. Why do you think a lawyer might advise their client to not cooperate in a case like this?
Well, the most obvious answer would be if there's incriminating information. The lawyer put out a second statement trying to explain that, pointing out that in cases like this, and again, I'm looking down because I'm reading from this statement, he's saying, in my experience, intimate partners are often the first person law enforcement focuses their attention on. That's true. But it's also true that as of right now, she's just missing. Meaning, as of right now, they want to find her. So you would think that the kind of advice that someone gives is a little bit different. So again, the lawyer's advice will totally depend on what information that lawyer has.
Do you think the lawyer knows?
I think the lawyer has a sense. I don't think lawyers definitely have a sense at the least, and sometimes they know.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Coming